I apologize, guys. I lost internet connectivity. Not sure exactly what happened, but just all internet completely shut down. Good afternoon, crazy. Not sure exactly what happened there, but again, just completely lost everything. Yep, Austin lame internet connection. I don't know what to tell you guys. It was across the board though. I think, it's almost like my router just lost all internet connection whatsoever. I'm not sure how that happened. Price is like definitely like just crawling up this channel. I have a feeling we'll break out where we meet resistance at $40.15. I guess I'll wait a little bit here. I'll wait till the hour hits, and then I'll cover some of the information that was asked of me just before the stream cut out there. Again, for those of you who are just joining back, I'm not sure why, other than the fact that I have really crappy internet service around here that cut out on me. Um, Thank you, Mom. Thanks for the. I'm sorry that cut out. Everything shut down on me. I'm not sure what happened. It wasn't my computer. My computer didn't shut down, but I lost all internet. So, but thank you for your service again, and thank you for being a part of the call and giving me the opportunity to thank you. We'll wait about 7 minutes here, and then we'll do the technical analysis. Give a few people a chance to get back in here. Happy Little Trees Part 2. For those of you who, I guess I kind of want to make this announcement. For those of you who are into space calls on Twitter, tonight is supposed to be a space call with user of intellect defending the legitimacy of the whole program against a couple of people who have in the community who've raised their voices as to why they think it's a bad idea. If you have questions, comments, concerns, show up to the space call and ask them. You know, I think they need to be put to the test. Oops, I just opened up the wrong thing. Okay, I take that back. It looks like they may have actually moved it, moved the Discord, moved it to Discord instead, which is the reason why I was kind of opening it. Um, yeah, so anyways, that DRS thing off Twitter sounds like it's going to be moved. Anyways, welcome back to the channel, guys. Sorry about that, Austin internet connection. That's all I can say. Uh, yeah, beautiful stuff. We got about 3 minutes and I'll do technical analysis here. Um, there was something I wanted to point out and I can't remember what it was now. Let's go ahead and get it started. I'm gonna update. I was trying to give everybody a chance to get back on here. I'm gonna go ahead and start updating my screens real quick, and then it really throws me off when stuff like that happens. I should be prepared for this. Like this is the kind of stuff I should expect to have happen. Um, it just really throws a wrench in everything. Interesting. Someone tried to call my mother on Skype that she didn't know, and she said that's when everything crashed. Kind of weird. Probably more or less just a coincidence, but weird. Weird that my internet would shut down. Let's see. What do we got going on here? I'll take you guys over to the other screen. No, I don't think so. Not yet, Ali. I don't even know if I want to be in the big leagues. I enjoy talking to you guys so much more. Like I got onto Twitter and I felt like things just kind of got out of control and weird and crazy all fast, and I really just I don't know. I enjoy my time with you guys and I like the small community. It's tight. It's good stuff. Updating the off exchange here. Let's see what it's changed to. 58.87, so it's down a little bit. Updating Ortex. Borrowed change amount is at negative 1.15. An hour ago, that was negative 1.51. So that is going to increase the estimated current short share interest of the free float up to 16.66. I still am going to have to try and figure out the relationship there. It's going to bother me. As a rule, I'm going to get back to you on that one, I promise. I'm going to figure it all out, and then I'll come back and be like, okay, this is how it works. Let's see. Checking out what's next here. Options. Options chain. at a $40 strike price, 16.8 thousand contracts. It's now, I can't read that number. It looks like 26,000. It went from 16.8 thousand contracts to 26,000. On the put side, highest level volume still at $40, although 39 is a close runner-up, very, very close. Went from 8.4 thousand contracts to 10.7. The margin between the two is definitely spreading. It's more like a two and a half times difference. Moving you guys over to the other page, you get to see a nice nothing screen. Oh, I had to move that to the side quick. I wasn't sure what it was going to show you guys. I was like, no, no, no. That's not the magic word. I was listening to TMI talk the other night on a Twitter call, and it made it sound like please, you guys tell me because I haven't seen a whole lot of his shows. Yeah, I'll update those real quick here, Ethan. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting there. Um, anyways, it made it sound like he makes people show him their positions with AMC, and I was like, I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't expect anybody to show me either. 53% buyers to 47% sellers. AMC currently in 19th position. GME is not on the list. I'll get to it here in just a second. I'm almost there. Looks like we got 150,000 more shares that were borrowed. We're now up to 3.75 thousand shares. Sorry, 3.75 million shares. There is 23.3 thousand contracts in the money on the calls, 102,000 contracts out of the money on the puts. This number is still too big. Okay, let's get to it. What you been waiting for, Ethan? Get over there. Ah, it made all my stuff go away. There we go. All right. So yesterday's data. So here's what I kind of came to the determination of, Ethan, as far as what you're talking about, the bang. Remember the rule is that price should remain relatively the same, and I felt like a $3 swing would be relatively the same as 40. So we went into this at 40.07. Price went up to 43.03 and then immediately came back down to that center point. So it was perfect. Everything was looking great right there. Then the price started to drop down on the 21st. Then it went down to 36.6, which I was like, nah, that's not too bad. Next day, 36.83, still not too bad. $36 even, kind of getting worse. And then all of a sudden, 34.76 was really bad. That's like almost near $6. It's a little over five and a quarter less than $40. I feel like there was market manipulation between the 22nd to the 29th. These dates right here. So then what ends up happening, right? We hit 366 down to 34.76. All of a sudden price starts shooting way back up, right back to where it was supposed to be at, relatively close to the same price we came in at $40. And then it overcorrected up to 45.06, the other direction. And then as soon as it does that, it overcorrects and goes right back to center. $40. 40, 40, 40. Price is relatively remaining the same. Other than this period of time where we had a push down to 34.76 and the drive back up for correction the opposite direction, prices otherwise remained relatively the same. Now, what's the other rule? The other rule is volume should decrease throughout the period. And you can see right here, volume is decreasing. It's decreasing, and then all of a sudden it starts shooting up right on the 22nd, right when we had the manipulation. Then volume squeezes back down again, and then it has squeezes down, has just a tiny bit of a bump up, and then even more until it gets to the explosive amount to where it jumps up to 81 million, right? 81 million shares, and then it drops back down. When it hits 81 million, we end up having a pretty large increase. A couple days in a row, we had a 4%, 4.81% one day, 4.6 the other, 5.16. So a lot of stuff was going on there, some really weird things. And then now here you come to that 4506 point, the overcorrection in the opposite direction, and now volume starts squeezing back down again. 37, 32, 30, and more than likely late today is going to be less than 30. So I feel like we're back on track. And if you wanted to just take out everything from the 22nd to the 8th and call that just weird junky junk on there, we're pretty much back on track to where we left off on the 21st. Just kind of weird stuff happening in here. And so I said if we hit 43 bucks and 65 million shares traded, I'd call it the blow. We're not going to hit that. I'm going to just go ahead and delete it now because I know we're not going to hit it. But we are going to have less volume today than we had yesterday, and price should remain relatively the same. So we're still in it. We're still in it. Taking a look at the rest of the market, NASDAQ is up 0.85, Dow Jones is up 0.4, S&P 500 is up 0.65. We have 3,686 advancers to 3,605 decliners. Robinhood is up 2.9, Amazon up 1.3, Cinemark down 2.28, Doge down 1.68, GME is down 1.56, and AMC is up 1.43. Taking a look at inflow versus outflow, 3-point spread, 17.83 million shares having been traded. We're going to do 390 minus 120 plus 10. So 280 minutes expired through the day. We're on pace for 24.8 million shares traded. Definitely going to be less than yesterday. If we have price moving up, if we close green, Ethan, I would contend that next Monday will be green and we'll have the volume that we need. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see. Somebody came in. Joe came in earlier this morning and asked a question about how do I feel? What caused me to quit my job on or around the 26th of May? It was actually the end of May, the 30th, that I announced that I wanted to quit, but it was the 26th that I knew that I wanted to quit. And he asked, do I feel like we're in the same moment now as we were back then? And I would say no. Back then, volume was already through the roof by the 26th. It was like over 300 million shares traded in the day. It was painfully obvious what was about to happen. Painfully obvious. Right now, it's not painfully obvious. We need to see that volume spike. That'll be painful. Painfully obvious. To the hedge funds. On a 1 hour interval, look at all the crazy lines I got on that page. Don't look at it. We're just looking at see what our vortex indicator is showing. Looks like more buying pressure than selling pressure. RSI at 58.81. More selling pressure than buying pressure on the 30-minute interval. RSI at 61.11. And on a 5-minute interval, more. Those look pretty even. About equal buying pressure. About equal buying pressure and selling pressure with RSI at 66.32. Hopefully that helped you. I don't know if it helped you or not, Ethan, but hopefully it helped you. As Rule said, I have a follow-up question to that. Wait. Maybe I missed it. What was your? Oh, wait. Where was your question? I missed your question, Ezreal. I didn't see it. Really looks like we're starting a barcode here. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Shoot. What's the question? I would have to say, in regards to the short interest dropping, is that as our volume is low, the short interest volume is going to be low, and as I was saying before, did you guys hear that trash truck honk? He's honking for the stonk. Um, as short interest gets lower, it's because the short interest volume is getting lower, right? So if I pull up, remember how True Demon wanted us to track short interest volume? If I scroll down on this page here a little bit, holy moly. Right here. Or sorry, I said short interest, short exempt volume. Actually, now I don't know what the difference is. Short exempt. Now I just confused myself. Short exempt volume is not short interest volume. Let me check something out. I think that's the same. I think it's similar. Okay, no. It's short exempt volume refers to the short sale order exempted from the uptick rule regulation as governed by securities by the SEC. Okay, so that's different. But I would still contend that if your short interest is probably going to be lower as the volume's lower. So if the volume is lower, let me think this through here. If volume is lower, then the hmm, right. They're naked shorts, but they're sold, right? They're sold shorts though. They're shorts that are sold that aren't actually that are being borrowed. If SI reporting is optional, as mentioned by Matt Kors, how reliable is this data to determine total short interest as a whole? I don't think it is. That's why I hardly ever look at it, Israel. I don't. I really don't look at it too much because I know there's so much more short interest than that. There has to be. That's why I think that the report is it's bogus. That's why when JP comes in the mornings and says, is upset about the short interest dropping, I go like, I don't even care about that number. That number is like so. insignificant. It seems like marking them as exempt means that it would mean to me that um, they're saying that they have to create liquidity, right? They're saying I'm being forced into creating liquidity. As volume goes up, they're going to be forced into creating liquidity. So that's why when I sit there and I say that because the volume's low, they're not being forced into creating liquidity. So that's why the short exempt volume is going down. I would suggest that short interest is probably also going down for the very same reason. I agree with you. I mean, I would assume that there's probably regulations where they have to, to do the reporting, but as to how they, you know, how they, I'm about ready to say things I shouldn't say. Um, how do I say this, PC? Companies can make errors in their reporting, and then when those errors are found to be errors, then there's fine for it, and they, I want to say that that's just kind of written into their to their business portfolio. Oh, oh, we got slapped. That's something they should have to report. Honestly, that's something they should have to report. Like how many in their earnings report every couple months. They should or every few months they should have to report how many fines that they've had to pay for as part of their report into their business model. I don't know. It might actually be in there. I don't know. Guys, this volume is just so dead. I'm really thinking this is going to turn into that George W. How long's it been since we've seen one of those? Seems like it's been a while. I actually used to have, well, did I know that? Well, I figured it. I mean, I was actually going to predict a much higher price for the day today, except for the fact that I kind of had a feeling that they wouldn't let it run. So that's why I went with. I was originally going to hedge around $43, which means my low would have been 41.50. But I adjusted down just slightly to try and capture that $40 range. So I made it 39.50 to um, I can't remember the other number, 42.50. I mean, all the options are pointing towards $40 close. Max pain is $40. The spread, I mean, look at these spreads, right? Highest levels of volume that I keep recording for you guys all the time. They're right here. I've got them on my little cheat sheet. Options support line, right? Calls for this is on open interest. Call high strike price is 50, 30 for the puts. 40 is right in the middle. If you look at current volume for the day to day, both strike prices are 40. I mean, and then you've got your max pain is 40. Everything's pointing towards 40, which just so happens to be for the blow relatively close to the same price. Or I should say the bang. The bang has to be relatively close to the same price. You might be right, Ali. 4001 might be the next 801. I mean, we've already hit it a couple times. Anyways, my wife is here with some food, so I'm gonna take off for a little bit of break here. I'll see you guys when I come back. We'll do Power Hour with a toast. A toast to the veterans that I should have made yesterday. So I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Okay, I am back. And you know what time it is? Time for the power hour. It's time to toast. Time to toast. You know what I forgot to toast to? Veterans yesterday. I can't believe I made that mistake. Regretfully, I am toasting a day late to some of the veterans from yesterday, all the veterans from yesterday who did not receive a toast. And so you're getting it today instead. So cheers to all of our veterans. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service wherever you may be, for whatever country you may be from. Your service is appreciated by everybody. Thank you. Cheers. All right. Next thing that I want to cover real quickly here before we do last technical analysis. We're also going to do cheers to some new family members. Every Friday, I like to kind of shout out to the people who've subscribed, so we know who the new faces are, so that they don't feel lost. So Fetty VWAP, Charles Metzer, Joseph Lee, Bradley Alliston, Biza Limos, Crab Apples Bodaciously Bitter Fruits. Cheers to all of you for joining the family. Cheers. Moving on. Let me see what you guys wrote. Adam Aaron said, choke on that, code word for squeeze, question mark. I don't know, that's a good question. Today's pattern, Today, brought to you by the letter and the number Z. All right, guys, let's do a little technical analysis. You guys are funny. Last analysis for the day. We get a blank page. What is going on there? Huh. Refreshing Ortex. Refreshing Off Exchange. And refreshing Options Chain. Off Exchange is reporting 57.7 traded into there in volume for the day today. Borrow change is down to 1.2, or up to rather, I should say 1.21. It was 1.15 earlier. That's going to lower our short interest of the free float down to 16.64%. Highest level of volume for the calls is at a $40 strike price. It's gone from 26,000 contracts to 34.1. I really don't know how anybody makes money off of those. I don't know. Puts. Okay, it did change. So puts finally, a $39 strike price finally took over. So barely eking out from 10.7 up to 12.4 thousand contracts. almost a 3-to-1 in volume towards the final hour here. AMC in 17th position, slipping ever so slightly. 51% buys to 49% sales. GME not on the page. G my knee. $100,000 shares borrowed in the last hour. 3.85 million shares borrowed for the day today. Kind of a low borrow day. 12.7 thousand contracts in the money on the calls. 96,000 contracts out of the money on the puts. This number a little high. NASDAQ up 0.85, Dow Jones up 0.42, and S&P 500 up 0.66. 3,815 advancers to 3,484 decliners. Robinhood is up 2.25, Amazon is up 1.22, Cinemark is down 3.18, Doge is down 1.49, GME is down 1.54, and AMC is up 1.24. 8 more points of outflow than inflow. We're on pace to hit 23.4 million shares traded for the day today. 23.4. I think that's a record. Pretty sure that will be a record. I covered it earlier this morning, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Yep. 23.5 was the record prior to this on 421. Man, that is some weird looking brought to you by the letter M. It's just, Now we need an H. We need an H in there somewhere. On a 1 hour interval. Did I cover this already? I feel like I covered this. More selling pressure than buying pressure with an RSI at 57.69. 30-minute interval. More buying pressure than selling pressure with RSI at 58.78. And a 5-minute interval. More buying pressure than selling pressure with an RSI at 54.16. This is going nowhere. I mean, it's consolidating, but it's going nowhere. Guess where we're going to close? I'll bet you this points right to the closing point. I'm going to mark it. Oh, okay, never mind. Just kidding. Right now, 39.97. 39.98. I feel like the middle of this wedge, if I draw this out, 39.95 is like the number right down the middle. It looks like maybe $40 right down the middle. Well, you know how I like the trend channel. It's pointing at the bottom, if that's any consolation. Which means it'll break out up the top. Kyle, how's it going, man? Most boring day since you got into the play, huh? Well, if we don't beat 20, what did I say? 23.5 million shares traded. It's actually really 23.6. If we don't beat 23.6 million shares traded for the day today, it will be the most boring day I think any of us have seen this year so far. It's kind of exciting to me. It's kind of exciting to me because we're up in price. We're up in price and the most boring time of the year in volume. And it's also like the since it's the lowest point that we've ever had in volume, to me, to me that feels like the biggest calm storm you could possibly imagine before. I said calm storm, calming oceans before a storm. It's like a glassy ocean. What's that? I wasn't a big Game of Thrones fan, but what's that thing that they always say? The winter's coming. I don't even know what that means. But that volume is definitely ridiculous. Guys, do something fun this weekend. Do something fun. Reward yourself. Wild Bill Ape codes must convince Adam Aaron to do the NFT. Um, oh, AP, when I say winter is coming, maybe I don't know what I mean. What I mean is we're the storm. We are the storm. Um, Wild Bill Ape, Adam Aaron doing the NFTs. I mean, he said he was gonna do them. So at least in the earnings call, he did, or that they were looking into them. I tried AP. I tried, man. I tried so many times to watch Game of Thrones and I couldn't do it. Man. Sandy, have a good one. Have a great weekend. Don't have a good weekend. Have a great weekend. Wouldn't be the same without a sign off, the right sign off. I know. AP, I know. I hear it all the time. Trust me, I've heard it so many times. I just can't. I'm not into dragons. I'm not into dragons. I don't know. I'm not into like mythical creatures. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like a big, huge like I don't want to watch anymore when it comes to mythical creatures. So when everybody was going like ape nuts about Lord of the Rings, I was just kind of like, meh. It's it's probably like it's probably my biggest character flaw that I have is I mean besides me just being me, me not liking Game of Thrones or anything having to do with mythical creatures is I just don't it doesn't excite me, which is really kind of stupid because you know I like superheroes. I'm okay with superheroes, but you throw mythical creatures in there, I'm just kind of like, nope, I shut down. Which I actually, you know, the Fantastic Beasts. Wait, you remember the Fantastic Beasts or whatever it was called? And wasn't there like a second movie for that? I fell asleep in the middle of it. I fell asleep in the middle of the Fantastic Beast 2 or whatever that second movie was. And Harry Potter was great. Um, and I love Haggard. But his, you know, some of the mythical creatures and stuff like that, I was just kind of like, I was like, nah, I'm done. I'll wait probably like 2 or 3 more weeks before I talk on this Eternals movie because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So I'll wait because there's something I want to say. There's something so bad I want to say about it, but some of the, you know, some of the Eternal stuff, you know, I felt like there was like mythical creatures in this, and so it was like kind of a little bit of a. Some of that stuff was a turn off for me. Like I wasn't digging it. All right, this might be the breakout here. Might be a little early though. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for this weekend. Holy moly, I got a hockey game to go to tomorrow. I think we're doing a 5K fun run. I'm not ready for that. I am not ready. I'm probably not going to be running it. AMC's turning out to be a mythical creature. uh, look at the sell walls. 2,000 at $40.06, 7,000 at 40.10. You think those are real? Hell no. It's like they're flexing their muscles over there. Look at this. Look at these guns. You can't come across here. I'm too manly. Yeah, Kyle, I'm like beyond out of shape. I'm sitting my butt in this chair for 9 hours a day for like the last 3 months. You know where it's going for me. I'll see you in the ER. You and me will be getting we'll be getting our pacemakers implanted. I am. They're gonna have to life flight me to the hospital after the first mile. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take a bicycle with me. I'm gonna stash it in the bushes somewhere on the run. Jump on the bike and ride it out the rest of it. Like half mile into the course, bicycle in the bushes. It's like that. It's like that one guy who. Oh, that's wrong. Your cousin is in cross country and forcing you to stick with him. That's wrong. You're skipping the ER straight to the ground for you, 6 feet under. Oh man, I'll be next week. I'm gonna do the show standing because my calves and my thighs are gonna hurt so bad I probably won't be able to sit. You'll be like looking at my belly the whole time. I'll be like, I'm gonna start the show off. Welcome to AMC and ADD. Oh, you guys can't see. Damn it. That was much funnier, I'm sure. I stood up. The shirts are flying off. I'm gonna come in here all bare chest, standing up, beer belly hanging out. I'll be like, "Hey guys, welcome to AMC and ADD. I'm hurting. I can't move. I can't sit. I can't walk. I can't walk stairs. Santa Claus isn't supposed to run. That's why I have a sleigh and reindeer." I'm gonna tell the family after the first quarter mile, lay me down on the ground and just roll me, roll me the rest of the way. I'll make it. Just keep rolling. The unfortunate thing is they're running it on a track. Ugh. I think we have to do like 12 laps or something like that. I don't know, something ridiculous. We have to do 12 or 16 laps or something. It's so dumb. Like I can't like I hate swimming laps in a pool, but the only thing that's worse than swimming laps in a pool is running in circles. Yeah, I wish I could use it, Kyle. You can take the bicycle idea. Unfortunately, I'm going to be on a track. So, yeah, that's not going to work for me. I wonder if I can show up in roller skates. No, not a NASCAR. I see. That's like I don't know, man. The NASCAR is right up there with Fantastical Beasts. I can't watch cars driving around in circles. That's not my idea of fun. Not a NASCAR fan. No, no offense. No offense to y'all who, I know there's some big NASCAR fans out there, but I don't know. Even the Formula One stuff seems kind of boring to me. I mean, at least the track has, curves, turns. It's got up and down portions in some places, especially out here at the F1 track here in Austin. But um, I mean, it's still boring to me. It's like I like watching ice skating. I do because they fall down and it's really entertaining. And the only reason that I like watching NASCAR is because they crash. That would be the only reason I like watching NASCAR. I'm a sucker for destruction. Actually, I think the funniest part to me is not the. I actually feel really bad for the ice skaters who fall down and stuff. I feel horrible inside for those people, having practiced and trained all those years to make it to the Olympics or whatever it is that they're competing in. And but the part to me that's funny isn't them crashing, it's the announcers. It's the announcers because the announcers like, here she comes for her triple lutz. Oh my God, she just fell down on the ground. Oh, that her career is gone. She's lost all chances at a gold. And you're just like sitting there. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because this person is like just like tearing them to pieces as their life is crumbling before their eyes. And I don't. There's something really funny to me about the announcers. I just can't get over the announcers how they talk about it. Next time you do it, like just if you can turn the image off and just listen to the announcers, that's what I would do. No, I have no mullet. I'm savage. The announcers are the worst. Have you guys ever watched diving? Boring as hell. Diving is boring as hell. It's really not that much fun to watch. But you're waiting for that belly flop, you know? Like you're sitting there like, oh, is this one's gonna be the one. You're waiting for it. You're like, oh, this one. You can see it in their eyes. You can see it. They walk up to that platform, 40 feet up in the air. They look over the edge, and you can see the cold sweat in their eyes. They jump off that thing, and they just go. And then the announcer comes in. Oh, that was so terrible. They forgot to tuck, and it's just I can't get enough of that stuff. Oh man, I feel so bad for him though. I really do. I really feel bad. It's the announcers that kill me. It's the announcers. Convinced. And then you know who really excites me in a sport and he doesn't play anymore. Oh, I'm gonna forget his name. Oh, McIntyre. Was it John McIntyre? John McEnroe, I think. The tennis player. Oh my gosh, that guy. Too much. That guy's too much. Go back and watch some of the really old videos of John McEnroe playing tennis. That guy. That guy is just over the top funny. Like I mean, you can't wait to hear what comes out of that guy's mouth next. Yes. I know. We're all waiting for the smack, right? We're all waiting for this. The the prices just explode. That's what we're all doing. We're all sitting here just going like, we're waiting for, and I'm the commentator. Oh, those hedge funds. Oh, they're getting a butt raping right now. Oh, that is hurting them. Their entire lives are being destroyed. We're waiting for. I'm the announcer. I never even really thought that through, Kyle. Thank you very much. I am the announcer for watching hedge funds getting their lives and jobs destroyed. Ooh, that's kind of sad. Yeah, that's what this is. Uh, Doctor, professional darts is the craziest thing I've ever witnessed. There was like 25,000 in the crowd watching two guys throw darts, and I bet nobody in that crowd could see those darts. Like, right? Like they probably saw them like maybe slightly enter the board, like hit the board, and then maybe see it. Like if you look up in there, I doubt anybody has binoculars. There's got to be a screen blowing that crap up somewhere, and they're looking at the screen, right? Oh, oh, look at these hedge funds. They're getting raped right here. Oh, their lives are being destroyed. They have worked so many years and so hard, and just a waste. This is absolutely just tearing them apart right now. I bet they wish they could take that triple Lutz back. Here it is. Yep, yep. This is the end of their career. They will never see the Olympics again. That's what this is. Oh, oh, they're gonna try and get back up again. Yep. Here, okay. They still have the quadruple backflip coming up. They could pull it around. It could come around here. It's coming up. Here comes the next. Here comes the next trick. I was saying, Dr. Drake was is like, I bet you like those. I'm sure like all those people watching that dartboard game, like that crap was probably like posted up somewhere on a screen, right? Like there had to be like a big screen TV somewhere, and everybody's watching the screen. And then when you sit there and think about the reality of it is that everybody's just watching TV, and it's like they could have just stayed at home and watched it instead of actually being there. That drives me nuts. I go to concerts, and like half the time I feel like I'm looking like they have like big screens on the side of the concert, right? Like big, huge screens up on the sides. And I start off looking at the stage. This like happens like 60% of the time. I start off looking at the stage, and then after a while, my head just goes to the screen. I'm just watching TV. What was it? What story was I telling you guys about the other day where I was watching them roll those balls? don't get me, don't get me started on what is the stones and the ice, and they push the stones, and the guys got the sweepers, and they're sweeping the ground. What's that called? Don't get me started on that sport. I don't know why, but I don't feel like there's anything in there that really is crazy exciting to watch. But for some reason, I can't take my eyes off of it. Yeah, that's crazy, Dr. Drake. Curling, thank you, curling. I don't know what it is. When we hit it big on this thing, I guarantee that's on my bucket list, though. I'm gonna pay somebody to let me go out there and just ruin their stones. I mean, just ruin their stones. I'd imagine those stones probably cost like $1,000 a piece, and I'm gonna be out there chucking those things as hard as I can. I don't know what it is, and then I'm gonna pay some guys out there to just sweep away. I'm gonna pay them to like sweep like madmen in front of my stones. And I'll be like, yep, 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 keep it, go, no, 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 left, left, left. It's like those guys. It's like it's so crazy. Oh man, I'm totally gonna do it. Last hour, as I was watching this, it reminded me of the cat that keeps the mouse alive just to play with it. All right, man, you're coming with me. I'm gonna ruin your stones. I am. I'm literally gonna walk out there. I'm gonna walk onto some curling event. I'm gonna walk out to some professional curling place, and I'm gonna pay some guys some, I don't know, 10 grand to ruin his stones. I want to ruin your stones. I'm gonna hand him 10 grand, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna have him give me a lesson on how to curl. And then I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna ruin some stones. And I'm gonna look like a complete fool. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be out there pushing with that one foot while they keep that one foot like still and they're just pushing. So that one foot stays still and they're just always pushing that one foot and they're gliding on the other. Yeah, I can't wait to do that. I don't know. There's there's something about that whole thing that just looks so ridiculous that I want to try that so bad. I want to stand on one foot and push with the other. I don't know. And then I'm gonna get down on the other side, and I'm gonna tell those guys to give me one of their brooms, and I'm gonna sweep a little. Because what would the experience be if you didn't do a little sweeping? I'm gonna ruin your stones. What other shit sports do I want to do? Um, there's something satisfying about the idea of carrying a 22 on your back on skis that are not really attached to your feet and skating around with this loaded 22. Um, and then, maybe wiping out. I don't know, maybe accidentally shooting something as you go down. Um, but, anyways, heart pumping. You come to a stop somewhere and you're just completely out of breath, out of shape, and trying to take some pot shots at some, quarter sized pieces of paper out in the distance. Maybe some people are walking in the background. Who knows? Um, I'm gonna put up beer cans. They'll be beer cans. It won't be a piece of paper. A squirrel, maybe. Yeah. Definitely I don't know, something a little more fun than just a little piece of paper. But I'm gonna strap on some cross country skis, really really thin ones that obviously shouldn't fit on a human body. Um, Not my body. And and I'm gonna stra- I'm gonna strap on that 22 rifle onto my back. And yeah, I'm gonna skate around. I'm gonna skate around on my skis because screw skiing. We're gonna skate on skis, and maybe put a knee down just because I can at some point. Down on the ski while my heels lifted up off the thing. Screw bindings. We don't need bindings. And yeah, ski up to some point, out of breath, heart racing, about ready to die. Try shooting something. Gold ball. I've not heard of it. I have not heard of it. I'm gonna look that up. I've done some skiing in my time. I've done some skiing in my time, so I have full faith. I'll be able to probably land on my face a few times. Sure of it. I think we should add. I think we should like do some like really ridiculous sports and mix them together, like surfing and archery. Like some dude should like get up on like a 10-foot longboard and like try to shoot something with a bow and arrow on the beach. That would be cool. That surfing archery. That's something that needs to be a thing. You know, screw getting, yeah, sure, you could probably get hit by some of your arrows while the waves crashing around you and stuff like that when you're trying to get out in the first place, but that's part of the risk. No risk, no reward. Yes, I have that information active. Active like you've gone too far. You're talking about cross country skiing. You have gone too far, sir. I have had enough. I want to know real information. According to this page right here, Adam Aaron holds at this point in time. I can't be right. According to this, he holds 408. I think that's well. According to this, it's 408,000, and that he sold 625,000 shares. According to this, and I'm scrolling down to see if there was another. Here's another 500,000 shares right here. So that's like what, 1.1 something. And every time I try to go to this page, it always takes me into the very bottom. I don't know why. It doesn't want me to see all the information, but I can look up more if you need me to on Fintel. Well, I think he said by the end of the year, active Douglas, and so what might be is he might be getting awarded more at the end of the year, so maybe he gets like another 1.6 or something. Maybe he's going to get another 1.6 million at the end of the year. But according to this right here, he has 408,000 shares left in it to his name. Was I seriously doing all that talking without my picture up there? Oh well. Yeah, I really did feel like he was saying things that didn't really happen the way that they were supposed to happen. But I tend to think that um, I think that they think that they're not going to be able to. Um, she's making noises. All right, so I made a mistake, guys. I opened up a big bag of mothballs in my garage, and then I like left them in there because we had a rat problem, and I left them in there for a couple days, and now it stinks really bad in there, like all the time. Oh yeah, and still have a rat problem. Stay home. Yes, it's not pleasant, AP. It's not. I didn't know it was going to do what it was going to do. See, we had a problem before one time. We kind of live close to the country, so the problem arises and then it disappears on occasion, so we have to kind of take care of the problem. But I had they actually, in my Dodge Challenger, they climbed up into it and chewed up the spark plugs in my Dodge Challenger. I had to get them replaced. But the guy at the dealership told me that they hate the smell of mothballs. So it was really dusty, super, super dusty. They didn't work for me, Fish Killer. Not at all. Crazy Pepe, let me take a look at that. Yeah, it did not deter these things. They ate the mothballs. These rats legit ate the mothballs. Ate through the mothballs to get to where they wanted to get to in my trash can. Not even kidding, ate through mothballs. One of them was so strung out on mothballs, couldn't even really move right afterwards. Like the poor rat was like the rat was like, "Pick me up by my good hand, please." And it was pretty bad. It was pretty. I mean, these guys are desperate, really, really desperate. Um, Crazy Pepe, I'm gonna look at that filing. Let me go to um, filings, insiders. Let's see. Sale, sale, Form 4, and Section 4 is what you were saying, wasn't it? Hmm. Okay, it says here the sale reported was effected pursuant to the Rule 10b-5-1 trading plan adopted by the reporting person more than 30 days prior to the transaction. The price reported is a volume weighted average price. Shares were sold in multiple transactions at prices ranging from $39.28 to $42.42 inclusive. The reporting person undertakes to provide the issuer, any security holder of the issuer, and the staff of the SEC upon request information regarding the number of shares sold at each separate price within the range set forth in the footnote. Does not include shares issuable upon future vesting of equity grants, including 1.316756 shares issuable based upon continued service and 1.607527. There's the magic number that you're looking for. If you add that to the additional shares that he has right there, that's the number of over 2 million shares that he'll have issuable upon attainment of performance goals at target, which, when combined with the ownership reported above, would represent a total of 3.3327800,000 shares. 3,332,780 shares. So there is your answers, I think. If I didn't fully explain, let me know. I actually finished the beer today before the before the market closed, before the end of the show. That's kind of unusual. Usually I have like about a swig or two left. Huh. Uh, put it back on the sticky. Yes, he will have, provided performance-based numbers are met. He will probably have 3 million shares by the end of the year. I think that's what that's saying. 22.58 salty dog. 22.58. When I did the math a little while ago, 23.4 seemed like the pace that we were heading on to end the day. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. 23.6. It's 23.598 is the lowest number we have had since April 21st, the lowest number all year. We're on track to hit the lowest volume of the year so far today, which I told you guys when I first started the show this morning that based off of pre-market numbers, I would have to guess somewhere between 5 and 25 million. But I didn't want to go there because I really felt like there was something too fishy to be true. 5 to 25 was just super, super low. And so I went out on a limb and guessed 55 to 75 million, thinking that there was going to be a big bump up in the end of the day, but apparently not. I hate to do it to you guys. This has been a fun power hour. Happy Little Trees this weekend. Happy Little Trees. That's the title for today. I want you to go out. I want you to live life. Get right in your mind. Be ready for next week. It's another week. I don't know what we're gonna. I want to say that we're gonna see Green Week next week, but you never know what's gonna come. So just be ready. Um, eat, sleep, drink. Prepare your mind. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. But above all else, I had to put this picture back up there. Above all else, don't have a good weekend. Have a great weekend.
T-minus 90 seconds and counting. All systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We are transferring to orbiter internal power at this time. Discovery is now running off its 3 onboard fuel cells. Coming up on a go for auto sequence start. And we have a go for auto sequence start. Discovery's onboard computers have primary control of all the vehicle's critical functions. T-minus 17 seconds and counting. 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, start, 2, 1, booster ignition, and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Separation confirmed. Guidance now converging. Discovery's onboard computers commanding the main engine nozzles to swivel, aiming the shuttle for its precise target in space for main engine cutoff.
You sound good.
Remember all, this song is about fixing our market.
Discovery Houston, negative return. Copy, negative return.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. And high up above or down below, when you're too in love to let it go, but if you never try you'll never know just what you were. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
And one thing that I've come to believe is that technology can bring greater access to our capital markets. Our central question is this, though. When new technologies come along and change the face of finance, as they have done for decades, how do we continue to achieve our core public policy goals? In my role, I will always be animated by thinking about working families in the SEC's three-part mission: protecting investors, promoting fair, orderly, and efficient markets, facilitating capital formation. I'm pleased to submit written testimony that goes into detail on several factors